Hey everybody, it's Julianne from Cary Quilting in Cary, North Carolina, and today is Friday, May 7th. Today I have some new fabric, a couple of new tools. It's Fat Quarter Friday, and as promised, I'm going to show you how to use one of our really fun new finds here in the shop. First up, let's look at this collection from Robert Kaufman Fabrics called Sports Life. The nice thing about this collection is that this works for any sports team that you want to use it for. So you're not kind of locked in with specific colors or specific logos. So of course, this is hockey. Next up, we have basketball. Really, the tone on tone is what drew me to this because it is so versatile. Here is baseball and softball, I believe, because I think we have a fast pitcher right there. And then we have football. So again, perfect fabrics for sports lovers for any specific team. And of course, you can add your team colors or team logo to these fabrics and turn them into whatever you need. So that's called Sports Life by Robert Kaufman. Next up, we have today's Fat Quarter Friday bundle. This is called Boardwalk Bliss, curated by Robin Bradley. We start off with a fun popsicles and ice cream piece. Then there's a really neat, I think that was originally a mermaid scale piece. And then a fun modern pink there. And then we've got some swimming sea turtles, more ice cream, sorbet, and I see a waffle cone there. And then a beautiful dot that coordinates beautifully with that last piece there. So this is called Boardwalk Bliss. It is our Fat Quarter Frenzy Friday bundle. You can find these online by looking up Fat Quarter Frenzy, and they're available online in the shop, curbside, or whatever other way you can find to get fabric from us. These always come out on Fridays, and then next Friday we'll have a new bundle to share with you. Next up, I have a very neat tool to show you. This is called the Blade Saver Thread Cutter, and I was just introduced to this about a week or so ago, but I'm going to walk you right through how to use this. So once you have your used blades, you probably stick them back in one of the containers like I do, and then what do? You just wait until those blades, the blade box fills up, and you throw them all away. Well, here's a great way to repurpose and reuse some of your old blades. This is a little, I guess, flower star type thing, and I'm going to show you how we use them. So first you just take this little screw out of the middle and take the whole thing apart, much like a rotary cutter. And then you're going to pull out one of your old blades, stick it right in the middle, and then close the flower right back up on it. Now we're going to just put that screw back in just the way it came out. So stick that back down on there, and we'll screw that in real quick. Come on, I guess I have to hold the back. There we go. Now you've got your blade safely in between those two layers of plastic, and you can't even reach it. There's no way you can even get to that. But here's where the cool trick comes in. The container that carries this thing closes back up, and then you can stick this right in the slot in the top, and now it becomes a quick way to cut your chain piecing. So when you chain piece something, that's obviously the most efficient way to get your piecing done. Now you can just take that whole chain right here and cut that off without any strength at all right here. And the base keeps it nice and sturdy. You've got little grippy pads on the bottom, and this sits very snugly in there. And then when you're ready to put this away, you just pull this right back out of the top. You can drop it back inside. These are magnets that close it up, and now you're ready to take it with you. So you can take this to classes, you can take it to bee meetings, you can throw it in your purse, and nobody's ever going to get hurt by that old blade. And then when you're ready to use it, you just take it back out of there and then close this guy up again, and then you're ready to cut. So very, very cool invention, really neat way to reuse your old blades, and just kind of a fun design. So this comes in a couple different colors. I think we have pink and blue here in the shop, and I have a feeling it'll sell out pretty quickly because it's really a really cool little tool. So I will definitely have one next to my sewing machine to help me get that chain piecing cut apart faster. Next up, we have a tiny mighty steam iron. This would be a great addition to your sewing space for use on one of our little buddy sewing boards, or right next to you if you're doing some machine applique, or if you're doing some paper piecing, kind of to keep you from having to get up and down and up and down to the big iron. So perfect for travel, perfect for retreats, or just having right next to you. Next up, we do carry these ombres in the shop, but this is a reorder for us. So if you haven't seen these ombres, this is called Gelato Ombre by Maywood Fabrics, and it changes in color from the selvage to the middle and then back to the selvage. So the inside is just another back to the middle. So this is just the middle of the fabric, and these are going to be on both ends. Some of these fabrics change color. Some of them only change in gradation. So this is a black to white, back to black. And then some actually have a combination of colors within them. So really beautiful fabrics, very versatile. As you know, in the shop, we sell by the inch. So if you need a bunch of different greens, you can just buy 3 inches of this and you have several different greens without having to buy several different greens. There's a blue. Here's one that's really dynamic. This one changes from pinkish purple all the way over here to aqua and then back to pinkish purple. So again, if you just want a little strip, you can get a lot of things out of that. Next up we have, I like to call this one the sunset, because you've got your dark sky up here and your sun setting there in the middle. And we used that, I think, for a Quilt Carolina project a few years ago. That's a beautiful teal. And then we have a purple right here. And then this one I like to call sorbet. It looks delicious. And one of our favorite applications for these particular fabrics is the 2 Fabric Bargello pattern. You've probably seen these on the walls in the shop. The coolest thing about this pattern is it literally uses 2 fabrics. So you have one fabric for your middle, and then another fabric for your outside. And so this whole background is made with one ombre in both of these situations. So the more different your ombre is, if it's one of these that really changes color along the length, the more dynamic this color change will be in the middle. We have done classes on this. Kim has taught, I don't know, about 3,000 of these classes. She only has 2 spaces left in her next class on June 26th. So if you're interested in learning the 2 Fabric Bargello, or if any of these ombres are really speaking to you, you want to go ahead and grab a spot in this class. She makes the pattern very easy to understand and would love to have you in her next Bargello class. So that's what we have for you today. I hope you have a great weekend. Find some time to sew, find some time to get outside, and find a little time for yourself in there too. We'll see you back here on Monday. Bye.